What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Pop Off the Clock. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Yoseline. Thank you for joining us once again. We're here to tell you all of the pop culture headlines for the week.
Yeah.
We're excited to go to it. I'm excited for the football season.
No, it's football season, guys. It's officially gotten underway, and you know what that means. We're going to be seeing a lot more of Taylor Swift out in the stands supporting Travis Kelce. We're going to be kind of talking about a little bit of a situation that came out recently, kind of questioning whether they're together or not, and a
really
potential
awkward
plan. We'll
Very
explain
awkward.
all of that information. Also, the show that we watch, that we love to watch.
I was about to say, it's like our inner grandma, older ladies. Dancing with the Stars announces its cast for the upcoming season. And as you know, it's one of the most followed reality shows, dance competitions for us. We talked about it. We
Last season was really good.
Yes, and we obsess with the dancers and follow them on social. So it's something that
We're going to
is
tell you
near
what
and
we
dear.
think of the people that are being announced, and we'll tell you who those people are. And aside from that, our girl Sabrina, last week we told you about, the favorite songs from her new album, but that album is having a lot of success, so we're going to kind of get into just all of the accolades that she's been getting because of this short and sweet album.
And I did take the weekend to listen to more and really digest it and see where I'm at. I do not remember what one of my favorite songs is, but it's the I'll tell you guys once we get there. But aside from that,
also The Bachelorette. We didn't really watch the season. I kind of watched a little bit, but the finale, that's what's being talked about all over social media, because it was really a finale we haven't seen in a while. So we're gonna get all.
It was kind of trash. Like the men were trash.
Oh yeah, we'll get into.
We'll get into
all that. But really quickly, let's see how Yoseline is doing.
That's like should be one of our segments.
Let's see how Yoseline is
I'm doing great. I'm busy week. I had a lot to do. I'm heading out of town next week. I'm going on my first work trip, and it's kind of, I've been preparing for that. We need those cute outfits. So that's what I did on the weekend. I went shopping, I cleaned a lot, and hung out with my friends.
Nice.
Yeah. You?
Good time. What did I do this weekend? I went out. That was nice. I hung out with some friends. I think I just spent a lot of time at home. It feels nice. I did laundry, didn't have a whole lot there, and yeah, I've just been working. That's my life now.
Yeah, I know.
That's my focus.
That's kind of like, that's kind of what it's all about as we lead into the holidays. It feels like it's all about work.
Yeah, starting to maybe decorate soon. It's fall. It feels like fall. It felt like a little breeze outside today, and I was just like, okay. I already started watching Gilmore Girls, so I'm already in that vibe.
Oh, you like Gilmore Girls, right?
Yeah, I love
So I found
Gilmore
out
Girls.
that on my business trip that I'm going, oh my God, I'm losing my voice. On my business trip that I'm going next week, one of our tour stops is this thing called Greystone Mansion, which is where Chilton is based off of.
Oh my gosh,
So
that's
I'm like,
awesome.
can I wear my Gilmore Girls gear? I
Take
feel like no one
pictures.
else is gonna get it, but
That's
it's
awesome.
okay.
How
I'm
fun.
excited.
Well,
Fun fact.
Well, mind you, so since Yoseline's out next week, clearly we won't have an episode next week, but we will catch up on all pop culture.
I'll post pictures.
Yeah, follow along her journey.
I will post a picture of where I'm at the moment I should be recording this.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what
I'll tell
Yoseline
you
is
guys
up to
know where
next
I'm
week.
at.
But now let's get into the headlines of the week. We always say this. We always end up talking for a long time, so I'm not even going to say what we usually say. But yeah, let's get into some
Let's
headlines.
get into the stuff, guys. So this, I call it sad news, because Adele says she has no plans for new music and wants to take a big break after residencies. Adele says she wants to take a big break from music, quote, and do other creative things after wrapping her Las Vegas and Munich residencies. And it's sad because I'll tell you why. She has been doing this like residencies, but it's her previous album. So that makes me think that she has not been working on anything while she was performing. So it's going to be a big gap of like, she still needs to get into take time off because she technically has been working. It's just performances. And then she needs to work.
Like life experiences to build towards a new album because she just got engaged. Like, it's like a whole new path and avenue in her life. So I'm interested to see what the next album will hold if she works on one. Because I feel like if she was just kind of like, I'm taking a break,
Yeah.
period. Gonna live my life.
And she's such in a comfortable place, like comfortable for her, comfortable not for her fans, where it's like if she really wanted to retire, she could. Like she doesn't seem like those people that are, it's like, okay, 2 years tour, new album, 2 years tour, new album.
It's
Just
organic.
like too organic to the point where it's like you need to produce stuff faster. But yeah, she made that announcement. By the way, that Munich residency, I always get the TikToks. Beautiful. It's like that open arena.
I didn't even know it was a residency. I thought it was just like a series of concerts. I didn't know that she was like there for some
For a
time.
while.
That's, if I was an artist, I would just travel like, what an excuse to just travel the world, basically.
Yeah, like I would be like, okay, 1 month, I'm living in Australia. Everyone come see me every weekend.
If you're that popular, people are gonna do it, clearly.
As I am. And speaking of another pop star, after months of silence, Katy Perry is explaining why she recruited Dr. Luke to help produce her upcoming album. This is what she said on the podcast, Call Her Daddy. She was a guest. She said, look, I understand that it started a lot of conversations, and he was one of many collaborators that I collaborated with. But the reality is, it comes from me, Perry said. The truth is, I wrote the songs from my experience of my whole life going through this metamorphosis, and he was one of the people to help facilitate all that. The singer continued to say that her new music is really grounded in, quote, feeling so empowered now as a mother and as a woman.
Was the answer in the room with us? Like, didn't even, I watched the clip of, you know, Alex asking her that question and her response. I'm just like, you literally didn't even answer the question.
I do want to say kudos to Alex for asking it.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember when she first started and we're like, she's not answering.
Needs to answer question. No, yeah, the only thing was there was no follow-up, but the fact that she even asked what's in the zeitgeist or what's out there, like, it's like you're doing your job fine.
Yeah, I mean, we could go on and on about this. And if you don't know, Dr. Luke was accused of, taken to trial with Kesha. Kesha accused him of sexually assaulting her. Went to trial. I believe it was an out-of-court settlement. So that's why there's no actual criminal charges against him.
Yeah.
But there have been other women who have, you know, accused him of similar things, but the Kesha trial is really the only thing that's made it to like a trial court in front of the judge. Now, again, the question wasn't, did you write the songs? Was it about your experience?
What do you think of the public outcry over you working with this person? And she's just like, yeah, I wrote this. It came from me. I'm a mother
like,
now.
we're not excused. It's just very weird. Like, it is true. You know, like, you could pick anyone. You can. She has the power to pick
If she
anyone.
had so many producers working on, and sorry, that song wasn't even that great. Like, if you could have cut out a producer, really. Yeah, it was just very much like you didn't even answer the question, danced around it. The answer was not there.
I'm very, very, very excited to hear the album, though. I want to see where she's at.
Oh, the album hasn't come out yet? Oh, I thought
like
it already
September
came out.
something. Her second single, Lifetimes, came out, which is the one she had previewed on, and we're like, this is a bop. Like, felt like a summer song. A little late for that, but I do want to see just where her headspace, and I guess, like, I don't know, it's just, she just doesn't learn. It's like something's blocking her. If she continues to go the route I think she is artistically.
She's still very much stuck in 2014. I feel like she hasn't advanced herself to this point in time. And I didn't see the whole interview with Call Her Daddy just because I wasn't interested. But people that I saw on TikTok that have seen it, they were just like, that was just like a PR nightmare. Like,
it was like that. I heard. I am gonna listen to it. I want to listen to it in the airplane. But it was like a very try hard interview. Like, I'm so relatable. Like something about like finding the most attractive thing about a man or her partners when they clean the kitchen.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And then
part.
it's kind of like, why are you?
She was like, oh, like, you know, I don't want a red Ferrari. I want a man who can clean the kitchen. I'll do anything for you if you clean the kitchen.
I did see that she posted that clip, and then Orlando Bloom did comment, I guess I need to clean the kitchen tonight. And I'm like, stop it. I always forget, like, to me it's like a...
She said acts of service.
Service, yeah.
That's what it was, yeah.
I do want to explore more. She does get asks about why her and Orlando took a 1-year break.
Yes, yeah, they did. She got really emotional saying that, I really didn't, I just saw the part where she got emotional where she says, like, sometimes she realized that she needs somebody, like she can't do it all on her own, that she needs an anchor, and that she felt like he was her anchor.
Yeah, that
Something
he
along
was
those lines.
something along the lines like when they first started dating, like they both were just not in it. Like she had just got on out of a really long relationship, which I'm trying to think who she dated right before Orlando. It wasn't John Mayer, was it?
Wasn't it John Mayer?
It might have been
I think
John
it was
Mayer.
John Mayer.
And that he had taken an oath of celibacy. So he was in a different state of mind completely as her. And
Orlando Bloom was in it? Oh, I didn't know that.
They're very, I think after the 1 year, they're very into like meditation and like inner
She said that she
healing
did
and
like
yoga.
a healing journey, or like I think those ayahuasca things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she did say that. I mean, they're like really intimate. Which is super random. I always think about, it's like something I think about at night. The Catholic Church kind of partnered up with like something about the importance of meditation and like that inner kind of like and they went to visit the Pope to talk about how they're like yogi people. It's the most random thing ever about fact about them, but I think about it all the time, how they got to meet the Pope.
Interesting.
Yeah, but aside from that, I will be listening to more of it, but those are kind of the headlines that have
Those are the
popped
little
out.
big snippets from
Yeah,
the
so if you're not a
interview.
fan, maybe, I don't think it's gonna make you like her. It's gonna change your opinion.
It'll probably keep it the same.
Yeah. Another headline for this week is Only Murders in the Building has been renewed for a 5th season at Hulu. The new season of the 20th television original comedy series will consist of 10 episodes. The series thus far has earned 49 Emmy Award nominations across 3 seasons. Most recently, Only Murders in the Building earned 21 Emmy nominations in multiple categories, including Best Comedy Series, Best Lead Actor for Martin and Short, Best Lead Actress for Gomez, and Best Supporting Actress for Meryl Streep. And I will say, I have yet to finish season 3, so I'm nowhere near even jumping on season 4.
I haven't even seen season 2. I've only saw season 1. Because I was like, what else are they going to explore? I think I saw a little bit of season 2, and I was like, that's the one with Cara Delevingne, right?
Yeah, season 2.
Okay, I was
it's
like,
kind of season 1 is the best one. The twist at the end is just so perfect. The fact that Meryl Streep's in season 4 kind of already ruined how season 3 ends for me, because then that means she's not like, she doesn't go to jail.
Okay, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But good to know.
Good
I
to
mean,
know for them.
I really didn't know that this show would have longevity.
It's
like the perfect combination of people. Like, obviously, who isn't going to give a project to Steve Martin?
Yeah, Martin Short is the funniest. Like, his character is just so funny.
I love Martin Short. I've loved him since SNL. Like, he's one of my favorite cast
Jack
members.
Frost.
Oh, no, since SNL.
Yeah, so it's a good group, and then Selena brings in the youth.
Yeah,
they bring
and
in
then they brought Meryl.
Yeah,
so
Meryl. Now switching to reality stars, Vanderpump Rules star Lala Kent, or Lauren from Utah, as Brenda likes to refer to her, welcomes her second baby, who was conceived via sperm donor, which was a storyline we followed in the last season of Vanderpump Rules, and there it is. I don't have much about to say about it. And Brenda doesn't either. Sticking with the Vanderpump kids, Jax Taylor has announced his diagnosis after a short stay at a rehabilitation. So he says, after many years of knowing something was wrong, but not knowing exactly what it was, I recently learned that I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and PTSD. He added, it's been a lot to process and an emotional time for me. However, I've come home to my son with a newfound sense of peace.
I'm not going to judge somebody for finally figuring out their mental health journey, but I feel like, I don't know, it takes men a long time to explore their emotions and the reasons why they act a certain way.
And he's already shooting the 2nd season of The Valley, which is kind of like, it's worrisome in a way. Like, is this really what you need after this kind of diagnosis? Is that the thing that
like
triggers
your
diagnosis? However, I do think that, who am I? I'm not a professional, right? But just as an outsider, he was at a center for such a short time, and it's like he's out of it to go straight to shooting. That's how we know that he was served divorce papers during, like, on set or on camera. So that's kind of like we hopefully, he takes it serious.
Oh, I hope so too. I mean, just with the divorce and like all these things that are kind of happening all at once, it's good to look inwards sometimes and heal. So I hope that he looks inwards and heals and doesn't revert back to like the ways that we've seen him on Vanderpump, his coping mechanisms. So yeah.
So the next story, move forward. Yeah, peace and love, Jax Taylor. So this next story is bringing us back to the Venice Film Festival, which we said that was going to be an ongoing thing since last week. So Brad Pitt and his girlfriend, Inés de Ramón, recently made a notable red carpet appearance together at the festival. This event has generated considerable interest in De Ramón, who has been linked with the 60-year-old Hollywood actor since late 2022.
He's 60?
He's 60, dude.
Brad Pitt, you are still gorgeous. Like,
I thought
60.
he was 50-something.
No, yeah, same. I did not.
What the heck?
I
am going to look
at
up her age. I know she's a jewelry designer, so she's kind of in the industry, but not like totally.
She's gorgeous.
The other thing, we saw them out and about with George Clooney and Amala, and it's just like, they look, she's 31.
She's like my age, and I'm dating Brad Pitt.
What the heck?
I don't think I
thought she was a little older. Not because she looks like it, I just assumed.
Wow.
What the heck?
Let me see her again.
Right here.
Wow. Okay.
She was born in 92.
I mean, to be fair, would you date Brad Pitt?
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Okay,
Absolutely.
same.
Can I say that? I think he has like some pretty heavy accusations.
Okay,
against
never
him.
mind. That's
you know
true.
What I'm talking about?
That's true. All the whole Angelina drama.
That's another thing. Angelina was also at the film festival, and they say people. It was a very close call on the red carpet.
On the crossing paths.
On the pathing. Yeah, pathing craft. Yeah, passing paths. But aside from that, they did not interfere. But
Damn, and they're still going through drama. They're still going through like the whole vineyard thing,
the
right?
vineyard thing, yeah.
Yikes.
It's hard But the girl, what's her name? Inez, beautiful girl.
Yeah.
If do you approve of the age gap?
I mean, 30 years is like a lot.
I think I would be okay with it if she was 35. And I only say that because I feel like it's closer to 40, where basically if for 40
you're like
you're
round
50.
up. If you round up,
40.
you're basically 40.
You're there.
Yeah,
and he should round down. So he's probably like 50. So if she's 35.
Well, he's 60.
Yeah, but if we ran down mentally, he's probably 50. He looks younger.
Yeah, true.
So.
I don't know. Like, I personally, I don't think. This was a question on Sex and the City, too. Like, what age is too much? I don't know. I think 60 is just like, I don't know. Like, that's too much
it is
for
a little
me.
bit much. It is.
Like,
I think if you were, it's not always the age gap number. It's mostly like where it's happening, right? So if it's a 20-year gap, if I'm 50 and you're 70, like, okay, whatever. If I'm 40 and you're 60, I don't know. It's just to each their own, right? To each their own.
But they look happy.
They look happy. That's the important part. Something that's going to get people happy is this next project that I'm about to tell you guys about. The animated series based on Stephanie Meyer's Twilight novel, Midnight Sun, has given a straight-to-series order at Netflix, Variety has learned. The project was first reported to be in early development back in April of 2023 at Studio Lionsgate Television. Michael Burns, the vice chairman for Lionsgate, confirmed in March of 2024 that it would be an animated series. Netflix is now developing this project. I don't know. And
animated. It's gonna be animated.
Okay.
I'm curious as to
animated
how that's gonna
like
look.
how? Like animated like
I think like
is it gonna look like
not anime.
No. That's what I say. It was gonna look like animated. What style though? Like, is it gonna look like I don't even know anything that's cartoon. Like, is it gonna look like Bob's Burgers or is it gonna look like Teen Titans? Like, what is the vibe?
I have no idea, and that's what makes me so curious, because like
Bella,
like an I don't know, or maybe it's gonna be more like not realistic,
Like
but
more
realistic.
digital.
Yeah.
Like the Spider-Man's verse
Kind
one,
of, yeah.
Is it like that, you know?
Maybe, but I think it's interesting that they went the animated version route because, you know, like Harry Potter, they're actually doing a recasting, like a redevelopment of that
They
series.
are. I need to look that up.
Whereas this, they're like, we're going to do it, but we're going to do it animated to change it up so that you guys don't give a shit.
Now, do you
doing
think
it again.
Robert would give his voice to this?
If I was an original cast member and they were going animated, I'd be like, can I sign
That's
up?
like the easiest
like, that's
money
so,
once you're a celebrity.
a
It's hard
cash
to
grab,
get it. Yeah.
literally. And I feel like I think that they like I think that they like it a lot more now than they did in the past because of just all the pressure. So I feel like they have a different appreciation for it.
No,
I don't know if Kristen Stewart would do
maybe
it.
not, but like Ashley Greene, she'll do it.
Oh
the
yeah,
other girl
like
who's
all
married,
of the
Jasper and
all
Emmett.
yeah,
and
they would probably do it.
Yeah.
I just don't. We'll see if Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart and I'm pretty sure Taylor Lautner would, you know, voice something.
He would totally do
Like, why not?
He needs a little. Who doesn't like a little
An extra money?
Another project we've been following along is the Britney Spears biopic. Well, Emma Roberts is responding to the rumors that she could possibly portray the pop star. Emma Roberts is portraying an I know what she said, but I guess I didn't save it. She basically said that they were rumors, but hey, if she's being considered, she'd be more than happy to join the project. That's what she said. And I don't know who started those rumors aside from herself. I've seen it
like
really?
out and about.
I've seen more Addison Rae, which, sorry girl, no.
The acting chops.
Yeah,
there.
it has to be Millie Bobby Brown.
Possibly. I saw somebody else. I can't think
Sabrina.
of.
That's who I've seen.
I do kind of want somebody that's unknown.
Yeah.
That this would be kind of like putting them out in the strap.
This would
or
be their
somebody
big
that's probably
launch.
done like small parts in like TV shows and stuff, and this would be like a launching pad. But Emma Roberts, like, no, why? I don't want to see Emma Roberts portray Britney Spears.
What's the other girl from the redhead from Stranger Things? Sadie.
Oh, Sadie Sink. Okay.
If she obviously went blonde, I think she would be good. I think she'd be a great
Possibly.
actress. Or one of the Fanning.
Oh yeah, it would just depend on like how they're planning to make the movie.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like you need serious acting chops, or is it something that like?
And it's also like, are we going to follow her from little to older? And if we're keeping the same actress, you know who would be good? She doesn't even look like her, but the girl who played Rhaenyra, young Rhaenyra, in House of Dragons.
Oh, Millie Alcock. Okay,
She'd be
yeah, I
she's
could
really
see that. Oh
good.
yeah, I could totally see
Or
that.
even the young Alicent should be good too.
Yes, yeah,
They
she
just need to
came
go
out on that
blonde.
TV show
Yeah.
about modeling or something. No, yeah, and I'm curious how much of a hand Britney has in like the movie.
I think a lot. Because
I hope so.
A lot to an extent. I just know she was part of the announcement. Like, you know, when it's like an Instagram thing,
Yeah.
she was part of the collaborators. And she said that a lot of it had to do with the director from Wicked. He's the guy that's going to do it.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like he picks the perfect person, and he's.
I think it's gonna be a good
Ariana, he's
project.
picked like, for his movies like Crazy Rich Asians, like it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. But you know what? I'm going to take you guys, sorry guys, I'm going to take you back to the Venice Film Festival because I should have put this right after the other one. But The Joker is getting really mixed reviews. And it was the first time it aired there. So film currently holds a 60% approval rating on a Rotten Tomatoes, down from the original 69 score. Rotten Tomatoes rating typically decline as more reviews are added closer to the film's release date. So they're saying, what I've read is just like, it's a musical. It is a musical. It's been confirmed that they do like go out in a song, and that Lady Gaga is not used as much as she should have been used.
Like her character was good, they just didn't have much.
Yeah, and then just like more like like,
that's disappointing. I feel like there was just so much hype
I
around
know.
it.
It's so funny because
he won the Oscar, right, for his portrayal.
Yeah, he did.
So if they wanted more of her, does that mean that having too much of him just wasn't it? Possibly.
I don't know. Do you think? I do. I guess it would be more of like I wonder if it's like we didn't use her enough because of it's a musical. Maybe we should have made her sing more, or they should have made her sing more. I've been always iffy about Lady Gaga's acting ever since I saw the Gucci movie. I'm just kind of like, ooh, that's kind of out there, but I'm not against it.
The Gucci movie. I never even watched that movie.
Don't watch this. It's really boring.
I watched the beginning and I was like, ugh, this is so boring.
But aside from that, I think I'm still gonna go watch it just because I do like musicals. I do like, even though the Joker one, the first one, made me feel really uncomfortable, but it's just, I mean, that's a great movie then.
But also, I just hope it's not all musical. I hope it's like, you know, you take a second and then they're just like in their mind and then they're playing out this like musical fantasy, not just like breaking out into song and dance like every 5 seconds.
It reminds me of Mean Girls when people would go see it, didn't know it was a musical. That was so sad.
That movie was not very good.
Yeah, it wasn't really good. So another big thing making the headlines for you, I forgot to write it down, but it's the One Tree Hill sequel series is going to be, you know, it's in development. It's going to be led by Sophia Bush and Hilary Burton, and it's in works with Netflix. The long-rumored One Tree Hill sequel series is closer to becoming a reality at Netflix. The two stars, the original stars, Bush and Burton, are set to be the executive producers to reprise their roles as Brooke Davis and Peyton Sawyer, respectively, in the sequel series. From writer to executive producer Becky Hartman Edwards. Well, it's currently in development at this streamer, which is Netflix. The deadline is reporting on this, and Sophia Bush did make some posts about it on Instagram and how excited she is, and like, why not revisit something that brought so much joy to people and now be able to do it in a way that could bring them joy, because as you know, if you follow along with Sophia Bush and Hillary, and I don't remember the other girl that
they have that podcast.
They have the podcast and they rewatch episodes and they kind of break down the episodes and they kind of go in about how much of a toxic work environment the director showrunner was creating for them as like it's really bad. Like,
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like they accuse him of.
Did you watch the show?
I didn't. Okay. No. They accuse him a lot of like inappropriate comments and inappropriate like scenes for teenage girls, or like sexualizing them in scenes where it's like, do I really need to be in like a bikini top while I have this like crying session, like my character, like that kind of stuff. He's come out of course and said like, yeah, I'm tough, I'm strict, but not like a creep kind of style. But I mean, there's been several people who've come forward from the cast that it was very much a toxic work environment.
A lot of people, like, I tried watching that show. It's just like, I didn't watch it when it came out, which probably was like more of my demographic. I can't watch shows about teenagers anymore the way I used to. The only show that I actually recently watched that was about teenagers was The OC. But like One Tree Hill, I just like, obviously I can't relate to what you're going through because I'm not a teenager anymore, but I've heard good things about the show. I'm curious as to how this will play off of their characters when we last saw them to like.
I'm pretty sure just like a guess, their characters might be like heading back to their
teacher,
like they have to go back. Like Brooke
or
Davis was a fashion designer, and then she like had to go back because I don't know, something
happened with her.
Something happened, and now she falls in love with a small town boy that she grew. I'm just kidding. Hire
like
me to rent it.
Also, are they gonna have a new cast where it's like them in high school?
No, 100%.
Or are they gonna be about their own lives and it's gonna be interesting.
Or like
to
they
see.
have kids.
Oh yeah. That's
or
usually
Brooke
like how it
Davis
plays out.
starts dating a soccer player that was married. If you get it, you get it. Another big...
I just got it right now.
You're like, what are you talking about?
It took me a second.
So we have some roundup on vacations happening this weekend. We have Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper. They're living up their life on a yacht off the coast of Italy. And they're mixing romance with family time. The actor and supermodel are floating around the Mediterranean on a big boat, lathering each other up and with suntan oil, packing on the PDA with hugs and kisses. I will say that I saw those pictures, and it's kind of the first time we do see them kind of like, there was some pictures that they kind of just walk next to each other in New York City, and I'm like, is Bradley even into Gigi? No, he's all over her.
Oh yeah, they really like each other, you can tell. When it's like the more intimate photos, you can see like the light that they have for each other.
Would you be mad if you were Arena, is that her name? Arena? Knowing that like Gigi,
no, I think that she's very much like,
You don't consider Gigi and her were friends?
I do think they were friends. I think that they were, but I don't know, because I feel like a lot of people said that their relationship was like a PR relation, not a PR relationship.
Oh, Arena and
But I feel like their relationship was always rocky.
Yeah,
It never seemed like they had a solid relationship.
I think it's very much like, I don't want to say this because I literally don't know anything. I could say like, oh, I know a lot about Taylor and Travis's relationship, but Bradley and Irina, I always thought like he was at the point in his life where he's like, I need kids, like I want to be a father, not necessarily a husband. So she was there to provide that. Doesn't mean he didn't love her, but I think it was just very much there for a season for a reason.
Yeah, I don't know, Bradley Cooper. He's just always been in such, like,
you're anti Bradley.
I think he's kind of whatever. Like I don't think he's cute. I used to, but not anymore.
Well, the two lovebirds were also joined by pregnant Margot Robbie. She was showing off her bump along the...
Oh, she was with them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that
I didn't know that
explains
either until the 34-year-old Barbie star who has been joined by the celebrity pals aboard the luxury vessel in recent days. So I think they were on it for a couple days. Showcased her baby belly and a black bandeau top on the ship called Multiverse.
Her baby belly is baby belling.
I was about to say that. Like, that went by so fast.
No, she was like announced she was pregnant, and then it was just like.
What was her last project? Was it Barbie?
Barbie.
Was it really?
Well, that was
She
her
planned
last project promotion. I think she has projects that she's on. But
I think
they
she's like
haven't come out
prepping
in,
because
or,
I know
like,
she was. I think, don't get me like wrong on this. She was seeing meeting with the author of the book, the
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So I think that maybe she's getting more into her putting on her producer hat, and probably taking on like getting projects, because I know that it was also a battle of getting the Britney biopic.
She was in it.
So it was like the war of getting the Britney biopic. I don't think she got it. It was I don't know if Chew has like a specific production company, but I think while she's probably not acting, she's gonna probably build.
But it probably takes like a year to probably like get a script, work on it.
Yeah, like just set up projects while you're here, have your baby, and then just like live your life. Like build up her production company has like good movies under their belt, so.
She's a good one. So now we're going to switch over to our... Am I missing one? One that you brought up?
Oh, yeah. So, my turn to take over the headline. Just kidding. So, earlier today, Thursday, we talked about it last season. Demi Lovato was announcing that she was going to be putting together a documentary. We didn't know if it was going to be a docuseries or a documentary. We now know it's with Hulu, a docuseries called Child Stars, where she will be sitting one-on-one with specific child stars. I know Kenan Thompson. We have Drew Barrymore, Allison Stoner. Oh, I forgot some of the other people, but it's just like talking more about the impacts of being a child star, how it's changed their lives. Like I'm really curious about Drew Barrymore to hear her story because, she started substance abuse like at the age of 10. So
that's so crazy.
Which is insane to me still to this day.
I don't know. That's so weird. Not weird. It's crazy to me.
Like how do you give a child substance, like a child? So,
it's always so weird to me when things like that, but it's like, that is truly people's reality sometimes.
It's crazy. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Even like in the little tease video, Demi was saying that when they were younger, there was a suicide thing, like suicide pact, where everyone, like all the famous people in the kid group wanted her to commit suicide or something along those lines. I think it's going to be very dark. So for those of you...
Yeah. There is this ongoing thing with Demi. When you told me, she's like, oh, she has a docuseries, I'm like, about what?
Yeah.
But it is more of a topic and having guests on. And I do hope, like...
It should be interesting. I'm actually really curious to see
I would be curious,
And then the final headline, Elton John, our favorite Elton John, I believe he had eye surgery and his vision is... I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's hope the man doesn't lose his vision.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Now we're going to go to our main headlines. We have 4 today. So, 3 and then our recap. So it's kind of 4. We're going to start off what's happening right now.
Yes, it's happening.
I'm like, do you get it? Okay, it's happening right now. As you know, we pre-record one day before we launch this, but the Kansas City Chiefs are playing the Baltimore Ravens, and with the kickoff of NFL season, that means our girl Taylor Swift is expected to make an appearance at her Boo's games,
and she was there.
And she was there.
Spoiler.
Looking so good. Like,
she looks great.
This is Taylor. Like, I was gonna say something really inappropriate. Like, I have a boyfriend. I'm happy with my boyfriend. My boyfriend treats me like a woman. Like that kind of, like that.
She has confidence.
Do you remember how she used to dress with Joe? Like, she looked like his mother
like
sometimes.
a little school girl, like with like
scarf,
yeah,
hat, like very like, who are you?
And now she's like
corset, like knee-high boots. We love to see it. She looks great.
She is in her Taylor Swift, the first album era, like the denim, the red era bangs. I don't know.
We just love it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be looking up more stuff. And thank you, NFL. Do you think the NFL did it on purpose though, to start with the Kansas City Chiefs, or is there like a proper way the NFL picks the opening?
I believe.
Oh, it's the winners.
And do not. Yeah, it's the winners.
It's the winners. I already knew.
Yeah,
it's the winners.
Actually, I know this answer.
It's the winners. Which, thank you for winning last year, Kansas City Chiefs, because we get to see Taylor Swift in all her glory.
But a lot of people are upset. It's continuing the thing from last season, where the NFL is obviously focusing on. They want viewership of all kinds, and they saw that with the presence of a specific person that could increase viewership from a specific demographic. So in the promotions of the restart of football season,
a little bit much, but
they had Taylor Swift in it, and everyone was upset.
She was on it like 5 times, and it was like a
I haven't
15
seen
second
it, but
it's just like
that
clips of
can
the
be
season
kind of annoying.
with the song. It's kind of like boop, 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 like just flashes, and she's on there like 5 times. It's like when she's hugging Travis, like talking to Travis's mom. It's like her walking in with that like puffer jacket down the stadium, when she's chugging the wine and and then when they kiss. And it's just like, am I all for it? Absolutely, but is it too much? It's a little bit
too much. Like, you all are like wanting them to like hate us even more.
But I will just say, guess what, NFL fans? You're just not enough. You're just not cutting it. They need the Swifties. They need the Swifties.
They need us, and we will facilitate. Like right now, I'm like peeking through the window to see.
It's actually like right there on the top one. It's airing there
too. The game too.
Yeah. Look at us being football
fans. But prior
fans.
to the start of today and the start of the NFL,
there was a rumor.
Or I don't know if I could. Before the start of football season.
No, we can say NFL.
I can say NFL. Okay, I can say NFL. Before the start of the NFL season, there was a rumor circulating, and I'll let Yoselin explain that.
Yeah, so apparently there was a rumor circulating that Mr. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were no longer together. So reps for him, the tight end, set the record straight after a document surfaced online that was titled "Comprehensive Media Plan for Travis Kelce's Relations Following Breakup with Taylor Swift." Give me a break.
Like somebody would just leave that like right there on their desk for you to post on Snapchat.
Yeah. The paperwork, which was printed with the logo of Full Scope, the public relations company representing Travis, detailed an alleged media strategy for the 40-year-old if he were to ever break up with Taylor, who he has been dating since last summer. Quote, "These documents are entirely false and fabricated and were not created, issued, or authorized by this agency," after responding. I'm so sure it's like, top secret, do not look, this is everything you, like.
And the person just left it on their desk for somebody to post on.
No real professional, even if that thing did exist, which I'm pretty sure as a PR specialist, you do think about that.
1,000%. Do I think that there is some type of strategy in the event that happens? Of course.
That's why you have people.
Exactly.
But I don't think they're titling it "Comprehensive Media Plan for Travis Kelce's Relations."
That's just like
following
a little
breakup
too
with
much.
Taylor Swift.
Like that's too much. So seeing all that was hilarious. Of course, he was vehemently like, "It's not true. It's not true." And I feel like obviously her going tonight was kind of like a
suckers.
That ain't true. We good. I'm over here looking great.
Yeah, she looks really good, guys. If you have not seen a picture, go.
But Travis's hair is my problem right now.
What is it right now?
It's too long.
Oh, is it? I haven't seen it.
It's very long. I'm just like, can we go back to the short hair.
To the.
And-
You
but
know what the
apparently-
worst part is? It's probably not going to be cut. If they win today's game, I think he's superstitious.
No, I don't, because I know Patrick Mahomes had said, like, oh, I've always wanted him to grow out his hair, and he hasn't done it until recently. I guess Taylor told him to, or agreed with it. But I'm like, girl.
Okay, but sticking with Taylor and her, you know,
Dynamic
multiverse or her, what's it called? Orbit. We're going to go to Sabrina Carpenter. She has achieved the #1 album on the Billboard 200 chart, dated September 7th, as her new studio album, Short and Sweet, debuts atop of the tally. Well, the set earned 362,000 equivalent album units in the U.S. in the weeks ending of August 29th, according to Luminate, marking her the best week ever and this year's third largest debut. The set, which is also her first top 10 charting effort, was announced in June, and its August 23rd release was preceded by a pair of her top charting hits, which included Espresso, Please, 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 and I believe Taste. Well, leading up to this, it was going to be a competition between her and Travis Scott. So among the endorsements that she received were Taylor Swift, shouted out from her Eras tour, in her Instagram post, said, "Short, period, sweet, period, has made an extraordinary album. Go support our girl." Carpenter's rumored boyfriend and Please, Please, Please video co-star, Academy Award nominated actor Barry Keoghan shared a link to buy the album in his own Instagram story, which I'm like...
And he also he put Bedchem is my favorite.
Oh, that's my favorite.
If you know, you know.
So that very same day, Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, shared a link to buy Travis Scott's album in his Instagram story. So she was able to come on top.
Oh my God, like I'm sure I contributed to like a huge percentage of that listening stream because I just listened to that album on a loop. Now let's check back in with Yoselin.
Yes.
I mentioned last week that literally all of the songs are my favorite. It's actually switched a little bit this week. I do really love Bedchem. I forgot to mention that last week. I love Bedchem. It's just like...
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
It's a great song.
Bedchem and Juno Sue are my favorite, and Taste. But maybe Taste just because it's like... Oh, like on it's like the single right now. But yeah, those are for sure my favorite after listening to a couple. I still am just like listening it through it where I'm not really like... I don't know titles quite yet.
There's no skips for me. There are no skips.
I do like how it goes like different genres. Like it's a very nice.
Like Bedchem feels very early 2090s R&B.
Like I could feel when the song ends and a new one starts. It doesn't all sound the same.
Yeah, like Juno. Dun, 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 dun. It's like so happy and then going to like, don't lie to girls. Don't lie to girls.
Oh, I like the Lying one. Huh? The Lying one, the
Lie to Girls.
Lie to Girls, that one.
Yeah.
That's
also,
another one, like one.
I need to look back. I need to look back. Let me take a look. Patience with me.
Patience, patience, patience.
Good Graces, still amazing. Don't Smile, Don't Smile.
Yeah. No, it's a good album. Like I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised just because she's had so many good hits. But it's also like her 6th album, and it's just like it's also at the right place at the right time, right? She's been center stage, she's been touring the Eras tour, starting her own tour, dating an It Boy. It was just, thank God.
It was the perfect storm.
Yes.
I was watching a TikTok earlier where she did an interview. I don't know how old it is, but it's like one of those things where they show the audio. It's the audio with like images and stuff like that. And she said like her mom would always tell her that she's the tortoise because, you know, the tortoise and the hare, some people get to the finish line faster, some people take a little bit more time. And she was like, I was always bothered by that comment because I'm like, I want to be there already. But she's like, but I've actually found beauty in the fact that things take time.
Yeah.
And it's just like her career, like she started off so young, started music, and then to get popular up until this point, like good for her. I'm really happy that, you know, she had such a good start to this release album. I think it's a really great album. Every song is different, like, and she's just so lyrically, like her lyrics are just incredible. So I'm really happy to see where her career goes. I hope that this is just like the start of so many, so much more. Because
now
even
I'm
Emails
regretting
I
not
Can't
getting.
Send is like a great album too. So.
Is it really? Now I'm regretting not buying tour tickets, which we kind of mentioned that
I
last time.
I know. I was hoping that she was going to go to ACL. Because I thought because she was doing so many festivals, I was like, naturally, she has to do ACL. But she didn't.
She didn't. It's okay.
But I'll watch
though.
on TikTok Live.
Oh,
if
yeah.
that happens.
Someone record it. Now, heading to one of the highly anticipated Dancing with the Stars seasons. Good Morning America was the show that it was announced who will be the faces heading to the stage for the 33rd season. Well, 12 additional celebrities joining the previously announced competitor, Steven Nedrowski or something like that. It's the Olympic
pummel guy.
Yes,
The
he
Olympic
was
pummel guy.
the first person to be announced. That was the last week. I wonder why they announced him first.
I think it's because he was just so popular on social media. It's like, let's get the social media people to be already obsessed with it by seeing that he's going to be on the show.
Absolutely. We have another Olympian on there, Ilona Meyer.
Woo!
I have been following her since the previous Olympics. If you don't follow her, follow her.
She's so hilarious.
She is so funny. She is
love
such
her.
a good girl to look up to. She's obviously super strong and super athletic, and
But she's also so feminine.
Yeah.
Like, she's beautiful, and I feel like with the casting, it was very much Gen Z targeting.
Yeah.
Like the popular trends right now. Like, she's really blown up because of her TikToks during the Olympics.
Yeah, so follow her. Other people also include a model and even a convicted scammer. Some of the names, Eric Roberts, who is Emma Roberts' father, newly single Bachelorette star Jen Tran, which we'll get to that in just a bit.
Which that was a late addition.
Yes, it was.
She wasn't supposed to be on the cast, but I think because of what happened in her finale, which we'll talk about, they included her, which I'm happy that they did.
Yeah, because it would have been Sasha Barden, who
He would have been like the people that just kind of
the troupe
dance.
We also have Tori Spelling, Reginald Vel Johnson, which is from Family Matters, the dad. Phaedra Parks, Dwight Howard, Joey Grazedzi. I don't know how to
Grazade.
Grazade? He's a bachelor. And then the fake heiress, Anna Delvey. And
which is so crazy.
she has
to me.
an
ankle monitor. In her picture.
She has an anchor monitor on her.
I was dead.
It was so fun. So her partner is Ezra Sosa, who hasn't been a pro.
No.
Has been in the troupe, which means you're just a backup dancer. But he's one of the younger ones, and he's gained a lot of following on TikTok, really big. So when he was announced as a pro, he got a lot of support, and he's just so that. I just saw a red carpet interview that him and Anna did, and the interviewer was like, so how is it dancing with your ankle monitor? Does it add any weight to the thing? And then he's like, touch it, just touch it. And then Anna lifts up her ankle, and she's like, it's no more than a pound. And it was just the weirdest thing, but
Oh, she actually has to wear it all the time?
yeah, the government needs to know where she's at.
They're going to see her every Monday night, basically.
Imagine one Monday night she's not there. It's yeah.
I thought that was just
So she was
wink,
a very
wink from her photos.
She said that she was a last minute confirmation because they had to get so much clearance for her, because that meant that the government had to approve her moving to LA and had to reset her schedules, right? So if you have an anchor monitor, it's hey, you might be allowed to go, but by 9 p.m. you have to be back at your home base.
Dancing with the Stars, was it really necessary?
Yeah, which makes me laugh because TikTokers are saying that Sheena's probably crying that Dancing with the Stars would rather have a
convicted felon
than her.
I mean, she literally did her whole plea during this last season of Vanderpump. Sorry, Sheena. It just ain't gonna happen, girl. Maybe when you get on the Valley. Maybe when you get on the Valley, it
now,
could happen.
let's pick our top picks. I think my pick is...
honestly, this season's a wild card.
I think Jen will be good, but maybe because I didn't really follow the season, I just don't feel she'll have the vote. I think the Olympians are gonna really...
I think the Olympians are gonna have the vote. I think Alana's definitely gonna have a lot of the vote. I need to see the names again. Sorry, I'm not super familiar.
One's a housewife, one's an actor, Tori Spelling, Robert Not Robert. Is his name Robert?
Honestly, I don't think anybody can dance on this list. So
Which is this?
That's good.
Which is new because they've always had that one person that kind of like
Can dance and then they end up winning.
And they end up winning, yeah.
Like
Charlie D'Amelio.
Charlie D'Amelio. Who won last season again? I forgot. I know the top 4. It was like
Tell me and then
Charity, Ariana.
No. Second.
I can't forget. I keep forgetting the first 2 people.
Was it Jason Mraz?
Jason Mraz was second.
He got second.
And then first place was...
Who was the winner? Was it Val's partner, Sochi, right?
Yes.
And she was so
Sochi.
young. She was such a kid actor that she probably took classes.
She also was good at TikTok dances. So I feel like
If you
I
can
feel like you can do a
do
TikTok dance, you can do it all.
Yeah, but we're excited. I do not know when the season premieres. But
I really
want
to see how Joey Grosde dances.
He's not gonna learn how to dance.
I just feel like he looks so awkward in his picture.
Yeah. I don't think him and his girlfriend are gonna last. Just to throw that out there.
I think she's gorgeous.
Oh no, she is.
I think she's gorgeous. I feel like I think she could do better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like the man didn't even know how to like program an auto pay on a credit card.
Shut up.
That's why he can't get an apartment because his credit's bad because he forgot to pay a credit card while he was on The Bachelor.
Oh my god.
And then everyone's like, you couldn't put auto pay? Like for 3 months you couldn't do auto pay?
Yeah, a lot of people have been giving him shit lately.
And
because
which
he
makes
also
him-
moved in with like her and her
So
friends.
that's why he moved in because he couldn't get his own
Yeah.
apartment. So I mean, I could go on a rant about men, but it's fine. That's it. Or it's our recap now.
Our recap kind of last topic because we're not really recapping the episode. We're recapping what is happening, what has been coming from this. So it's The Bachelorette, this recent season's finale.
Yes, so Bachelorette finale happened on September 3rd, which was this Monday. Yeah, this Monday. So during that live Bachelorette finale, it was revealed that the leading lady, Jen Tran, who's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, we just mentioned her, chose Devin Schrader. And in a first, she proposed to him.
She did.
Well,
let me explain. So I watched the ending part of the episode to where he is on stage and they talk about it. They show the engagement where she was like, with Jesse, she was originally like, I want to take this into my own hands. Like, I want to do things different. And he was like, what do you mean? She was like, I want to be the one to propose. So then when Devin gets there, she's like, I can't let you propose to me right now. And he's like, what? And then she's like, will you marry me? And he's like, oh my God, I just didn't expect that. And then he proposes to her and then they look super happy. But mind you, they've already like had them sitting down for AFR. So they've already been like angrily talking to each other. And then it's like, let's show the engagement part. And you just see like the little box cutaways of her like crying her eyes out.
On live
thing, showing the whole engagement. It was like hard to watch.
Cringe. Okay.
It was very hard.
Ugh. So she proposed to him, and their happily ever after was brief. Through tears, Tran updated viewers that Schrader ended the engagement 1 month during a 15-minute phone call because, quote, he regretted getting engaged. Tran, the first Asian American bachelorette, not only had to recap the still fresh breakup for ABC cameras alongside the guy who broke her heart, but she also was made to rewatch the proposal on live TV next to him. The historic proposal was played back with an inset of the live stream showing Tran crying, which fans of the show and a former bachelor have deemed cruel, unnecessary on social
So she's actually
media.
commented after that saying like, it was hard, but
She signed up
we
for it.
needed to see it so he could see like what he was saying and like all these things. So basically, yeah, he broke up with her. He was just like, I just felt like, I don't know, sometimes the excuse, he was just like, I feel like I just like, I wasn't enough for you. Like you just want all, I don't know. That guy, honestly, I watched the beginning of the season. I was interested, but the men were just so terrible, like historically, terrible. Like just that one guy who they announced was going to be on Bachelor in Paradise. I think he's the only guy I kind of liked. Devin, I never liked. I always knew he was that guy that just wants to be on TV and wants to get ahead. He proved himself to be just that. And she also mentioned during that whole thing that after they broke up, that she woke up the next morning and saw that he was following Maria. So I think that's kind of, remember the Call Her Daddy interview where she kind of brings up like some people aren't like supposed to, and then Maria was kind of like that awkwardness. I think it's because of the fact that he ended up following Maria. And Maria was on vacation recently. She just posted on social media after the finale. She was like, I'm seeing my name be brought up again. Like, I hate this. Like, I'm going to be saying my truth and without holding back this time. So it's like creating this whole drama even more. Like,
wasn't there a video of them partying together?
So she was partying with Jeremy, who was one of the final 4, I believe. But even Jen was like, oh, like, Devin, you say you're going through a hard time, a breakup, and then I see you out drinking with Jeremy in New York City. Like, are you recovering by going out partying? Like, and he's like, it's because you don't understand. I was like at a work thing. And she was like, you were working at a bar? Like, you were working at a party? Like, it was just a really hard, it felt like he kind of didn't, he didn't really care. I don't know. It was just I never liked the guy. I don't even want to see how their journey was. He just wasn't it.
It sounds like that typical, like, oh, you girl boss too close to the sun. Like, you want to be on TV to be like famous and popular, and then you end up winning the thing, and you're kind of like, wait, I'm now engaged to a woman who proposed to me.
I really think a lot of the men that applied were under the impression that it was going to be Daisy or Maria, and even the second runner-up guy, I forgot his name. I just saw on social media earlier, it was really quickly, that I think he did an interview where he said that he thought that Daisy was going to be the Bachelorette, and that's why he signed up. Yeah. So I just really feel bad for Jen this season. Like,
yeah, wasn't she kind of like she was an odd pick?
I know that she kind of just said, like, you never know who's going to be picked until, like, there's so many people in the running for it, but I do think she was the 3rd pick, and that's just kind of like, you're already starting with the chips down, like.
Yeah, because people that apply are expecting the 1 or 2 pick. But producers should also, like, cast people, like, have a cast if, like, we end up picking Daisy, a cast if we end up picking
But that's
Maria.
the thing, you just apply at a time, and they just go from there, like, who they want to be casted. But it's just so unfortunate, because I feel like there was very few people there for Jen, and it's just like, the men were just not it. Like, I can't even think of anybody except for that one guy, and I forgot his name.
Yeah, must not pop out that much.
No, yeah. So we'll see how she does on Dancing
That's her
with
little
the Stars.
yeah, we can follow her along on Dancing with the Stars, and also the Golden Bachelorette is set to start on ABC. So
we will be
that's
watching.
probably
they had a
something
little
I'll be
sneak
watching.
peek of that too. Kelsey's dad, Mark. You didn't watch Joey's season, right?
No, like, not really.
Her dad's very handsome.
Yes, that's what I heard.
He's very charismatic. He gives me like Travis Kelce like energy.
Oh, okay.
And he was there after the final rose along with Joan, and I don't know, they had like, it was like, we're positive, and then she kind of looked a little sad because they showed the clip of him entering. He's one of the first people to enter because Kelsey comes and introduces Joan to her dad. So she kind of looked sad and happy. It was I'm curious as to where they're gonna go, if he's in the running, if he was the winner, I don't know.
Now, if the Golden Bachelorette ends up not being with her pick, I think the golden goose is not it. It's not the golden egg.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
I
think I'm gonna be honest. I think the Bachelor and Bachelorette just season or
but
idea
they actually have been successful. Like Joey.
Oh yes,
they're
I meant like the popularity of.
Oh, the popularity is kind of like dim. It got really popular last season just because of all the cast of characters. That's the thing with these types of reality shows. Like, it just really depends on who you have at the time. Like Love Island USA. It was always the redheaded stepchild in the whole franchise. It got popular because of the cast of people. So it's all dependent on casting. You can never guarantee if it's going to be a hit or not.
Yeah.
But We'll see.
We'll see. Well, yeah, I'll probably end up watching the Golden Bachelorette for sure.
Yeah, we can recap that one for you guys so we can watch something together.
I know, finally. But aside from that, that's our headlines and our hot topics for the week. Thanks for watching. Again, follow us on Pop Off the Clock. You could find all our links for our episodes, our personal Instagrams, and as Brenda kind of mentioned at the beginning of the show, we will not have a show next week, but I will be posting on Instagram to see where I am.
Follow her. She's
So
going to go to
I'll
Chilton.
post it on, just fun little Gilmore Girls. I'll post it on the Pop Off the Clock Instagram, so follow that one, guys. We need more followers on there.
Yes.
Send us messages about things you want us to talk about or even shows that you want to recap. I think we're looking for a show. I don't think I've been on something for a while.
No, I've just
Ever since
in
House
my
of Dragon.
rewatch era.
Yeah, I still haven't watched Emily in Paris.
We can, okay, so the new second half of the season is coming out on the 12th, I think.
Okay.
So we can recap that.
Yeah, I'll watch it on my trip. I have a lot of playing time.
Yeah, all right, well, that's all our time.
Well, that does it for us. Thanks, guys.
Bye.